love story.
Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the Love Talk Show, where you can learn the intelligence of love. I'm James.
I'm Karina.
And tonight we have here this very special couple. Sometimes they are by the side of the table, but tonight they are there in the hot seat. And ready to... It's hot. I hope it is.
It's already hot. Good evening. Welcome to the Love Talk Show.
Thank you very
Love
much.
Story.
Good evening.
Tonight, Pastor Willian and Bruna, they will be sharing here their love story. And as you know, once they are here in the hot seat, there is no way. There is no way out.
No escape.
way
You can
out.
try, but
No way out.
I tried.
No way out.
I tried.
So, before let's go for the flash questions, right?
yes, flash question.
Okay, go. You know how
You
it
know,
works.
yeah,
You
they
know how it
know.
works. Okay.
Yeah, we do.
So let's go.
Let's start. Who fell in love first?
You did.
You did great. Who is more jealous?
Yes.
I am.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Confession show.
Who is more romantic?
Yes.
Bruna.
Who takes longer getting ready to leave the house?
Definitely she.
At
She
least
does.
this, huh?
I do.
Who eat more?
No way.
Sorry, that's not an answer. We need to know.
Yes.
Okay, who drives better?
For sure here.
Who is more funny?
She is.
Me.
Who takes longer to shower?
He does.
Who is gets stressed easier?
Me.
Who is more forgetful?
She is.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, even before the show we were talking about it.
Very.
Who is more clumsy?
She is.
Who likes to sleep more?
She is.
Oh, so the last question, can you see the balance here? It's a good couple, you know. The first question was here. Now it's
Only me.
she.
Who expenses more?
Ooh.
She. She does.
Who likes to go out more?
She does.
I like.
And the last one.
And who is more organized?
She does.
Yeah, you.
She is.
I win.
Always. We love it when.
Come
I don't
on.
know why.
Really? All the time. Oh my goodness.
Me.
It's not. No. What? About the organization?
No. About the.
There is a competition.
yes,
always.
yeah.
Me.
Oh,
me.
okay.
I am more
Yeah,
romantic,
I won.
more
Okay.
jealous.
Yeah.
Okay, so how everything began?
Well, she was my assistant.
Oh, so you were already a pastor?
Yeah, she was my assistant. I was
A
in
single pastor, by the
a
way.
single pastor. I was in a
Yeah.
relationship, but she was my assistant. And then this relationship finished. And then I was searching for someone.
And she was already there?
She was already there. And I came and I said, so I came to her. I remember the day. It was on a Tuesday. I said, Bruna, I love you. I said everything.
So I'm sorry.
Open himself
I'm sorry.
for the
No, I
first
didn't
time.
get it.
I told her
You came to her
literally straight
and
to
you just said, I love you.
I said, I love you. And she said,
No.
Oh my goodness.
No. Excuse me. I have to get a snack after that.
Give me one.
No, I went straight to the point. I love you.
Drink the water.
What
But
is that?
The
I
answer.
love you.
No hi, no
Broken
hello,
down.
no good evening, just I love you.
The answer broke me down.
No, he was the kind of person that he was the kind of pastor that never talked to me.
I was very serious.
Never, very serious. Never talked to me. Never give me any sign about feelings.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Zero.
Yeah.
There was a feeling, a very strong burn in here, but
She was very surprised. isn't
yeah.
it?
And she said, "What? You, pastor? Got to be kidding me!" I said, "No, it's real." No way. I could imagine this from anyone, but not from you. I said, "Wow."
Wow. So, and how did you receive that, Bruno? When you, because at that time everything was different. You were saying that he was very serious, and he was someone that was an authority over you at the time. So, how was that for you to, receive that? Imagine, a guy that comes to you and say, instead of saying hello, good evening, say, look, I love you. Huh? How is that?
By the way, another thing that I forgot to say, she was in the school. I called her. I said, Bruna, I need to talk to you. Can you come here in the church? She said, okay, I'm going there. She was waiting many things that
Maybe
I was there going to wait to be rebuked. I don't know.
Or just to receive a mission, a
Yeah,
task.
I don't know
This or that.
what I did. I haven't done. What have I done?
What have I done?
It was really a surprise for me when he said that thing. I didn't expect that. Yeah.
And
not
then she
at all.
said, in the first day, she didn't give me a clue. She didn't give me chance. She didn't say, okay. She just, no, I don't believe in you. And she left.
So that was her answer.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't believe you, and
Yeah,
she
because I
just
was
left.
because I never
But of
demonstrated.
course, can you see, guys? Let me talk to you, especially you.
Not follow
Forget about
his
that.
example.
This is what you should not do, huh? Don't do that. Okay, but you may say, but they are already married. Okay, but forget about it. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, proceed, please. It worked, but okay.
And
Yeah.
then inside of me, I said, no, I'm gonna marry this assistant. I was very determined.
Because you had the advantage of already knowing her
Yeah.
Yeah.
from the spiritual side, and not only from the spiritual side, but you could see, her efforts, and of course the character and everything.
Her behavior in the
Yes,
church.
I remember that the assistant around would say they gave me good report about her.
And what about her family? By the time her family was attending the church?
No, none of them.
None of them.
She's the only one until now. And but I had a strategy. I said no. If she didn't pay attention to me today, I'm gonna try again. The other day, I sent something to her on. Do you remember MSN?
Yes.
I sent like a game. It was a game. I don't know. Remember? I don't know if you remember the kind of game the person should go to a place, and then when you try to go to another level, like a monster comes out.
No need to.
You remember the thing? And she was at home. I said, "Oh, I sent this thing to you. This is very, very, very nice."
He didn't
And
know.
she was there playing. And then a monster came.
I know.
He didn't know anything about to conquer.
I don't believe
Guys, so far, you are having a lesson of what not to do. So that's a good lesson for you. These are the don'ts. Don't do those things.
Oh my goodness.
Don't do those things.
I know.
She called me.
This is what,
To play and-
this is the classical clueless, right, Chad? This, so you are completely clueless. My God.
He didn't know what to do.
I'm just trying to decide how eventually
I fell
it
in
worked. How? Because you came and you said I love you, and then you sent a game to scared her.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Because she called me. She was, what have you done? Do you want to kill me? Because she was literally terrified because you remember the thing?
Yes, I remember.
My goodness.
Yeah, I
Yes,
remember.
it was new.
Her heart mostly
Yeah.
came out.
Because after that conversation that we had, he tried to, to
Approach.
approach. So he started to send me that things. He began to talk to me, to text me, to call me, something like that.
And I spoke to my pastor. Said, Pastor, there is a cyst, and I explained all the situation. And actually, I spoke to the bishop in the time. I said, "Oh, it's hard. It's hard, but I asked permission to bring her to how can I say this?
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
So by this time you were not yet dating. You were just talking.
No, we were
Yeah.
talking. She didn't like me. She didn't
I was
love
trying
me.
to, what now? I'm really, waiting to see what did you do now? Because first you said I love you, then you scared her, and now you are about to invite her to go out. Okay, continue, please.
And I invited
funny.
her, and I invited her.
She
said,
asked me chance.
Yeah,
Okay,
I said,
I know
give
that
me a
you-
chance.
I know
yeah,
that you don't like me, but give me a chance to.
to prove that indeed that I love you.
Yeah. I said okay.
And we went to
Try.
the restaurant. We went to the restaurant, and there, everything like start.
Yeah, we
Like-
start talking. We get to know each other.
Because by the time, Bruno, I believe the kind of conversation you had to start from that moment on was not, my pastor. You had to start looking and considering him with different eyes,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then we start talking. I spoke to her like for many. We were speaking, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And finally the blessing came.
Mhm.
We start dating, and
So, but okay, for how long you've been talking before start dating?
then, it was not so long. I think 2 months. We started dating.
So in 2 months, that was enough for you to break the ice, for you to conquer her heart.
Do you know that the word live by faith? For what I did, indeed, it was the I have to live by faith.
And how was that? Because from the first time when you heard that, that weird, I love you, and 2 months after you were considering to start dating him, how was that for you?
Yeah, it was, a lot of effort that he was doing. It was worth.
Literally.
Yeah, it was
Did he
worth.
stop sending, things to scare you?
Yeah,
I believe that helped a lot, by the
yeah,
way.
helped a lot. Yeah, it was good.
And the situation, there was another funny thing when we are dating. When we start dating, there was a time that I didn't talk to her parents. I want to know them. And I came to her mom, and I said the same thing. What do you think about this relationship? Do you remember what your mom said? What do you want with my daughter?
What I think what was
What's your intention with my
Yeah.
daughter? I said, I want to marry her.
This is what you said to your future mother-in-law.
Yeah, she said, what? I said, yeah, I want to marry her. She didn't believe. I don't know why. She didn't want, I think, because my wife was the person who helped her a lot.
and
Yeah.
that time I was 17 also.
17.
Yeah, she was
Oh,
17.
So young.
I was at school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot this thing.
Mhm.
And not too long later, I was moved to São Paulo. We are both from Rondônia.
From the north, for those who don't know, it's
Yeah.
from the North Brazil.
Mhm.
So you're moved to the South Brazil. It's like, in terms of Europe, it's like you were being moved from London to the South Spain, we can say.
Yeah, because it's 3 days. 3 days by bus and 6 hours by
6 hours
6
flying.
hours by flying. Yeah.
Wow. So it's even further than I thought.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very far, very far.
Yeah, no. So it's further than that. Indeed.
And we
It's
stayed
very far.
dating like that for
Two.
almost 2 years, and then
2 years.
2 years like.
And how was that during these 2 years? Did you have a chance to go back and to see her in these 2 years?
No,
So
not at
2
all.
years completely, this long distancing relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was good because when he called me or when I got in touch with him, we stay a long conversation, almost 2-3 hours on the phone,
like
talking a lot. Yeah, it was
Send the
good.
pictures. all.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
MSN.
MSN.
MSN,
Oh,
yeah, I remember
MSN,
well,
those
MSN.
times.
Living lives those times,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
11 years ago, isn't it?
And how? Okay, so during this long distancing relationship, basically we're communicating via internet, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
And when you were sure, when you had this assurance, actually, you had this assurance when you saw
First
her.
day.
First
That,
day.
that's not the question for you. Maybe the question for you, Bruna. When did you have this assurance? Okay, he is the one that, for sure I want to marry this guy?
Yeah, because
time.
but since the first day he showed me, how can I say, I can
The intentions.
feel secure,
Yeah,
safe
yeah.
with him since
Mhm.
the first day, because since the first day he
No,
had
of
a
course.
purpose with me,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
He had a red purpose, something that he was planning to do. So since the first day he
Yeah.
gave to me this security. How can
Yeah,
I say
this
that?
assurance, the
Yeah,
certainty, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's very important because your attitude. You don't just, okay, oh yeah, I love you also, pastor, or start,
Yeah.
open your heart because he's a pastor, say that he
Yeah,
loves
that's a very
you.
important point.
Your reaction was good. You no, I don't believe in you, and you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
It's-
that's very good.
it's
That's
very
very good
good.
because you should not already, how can I say, gave your heart just because you heard something
Yeah.
beautiful like that. And by the way, this is the result of someone who have his or her heart, in her case, her heart healed. Because when you have your heart healed, restored, that's the result. Even if you come and you hear, and even if you hear, a sweet thing like that, someone coming to you saying, "I love you," instead of you melt in that moment,
Oh.
you have a firm position. Say, "Okay, but that's your problem. I don't love you."
They're like,
No,
what?
Or I don't believe you.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
woman
sure.
doesn't like to listen that, right?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
And by the way, as you were saying, at this time you were a teenager. You were 17, right?
17.
Yeah.
Yes.
17 years old.
But can you see, it's not about age. It's not about age. Because she was 17, but she was already with this, how can I say, this protection, She already was applying the intelligent love.
Yeah.
There are people that they are already in their 30s, 40s, but emotionally speaking, they are behaving like children, like
That's true.
teenagers.
If they listen, think like that, I love you. Oh my goodness, they
Yeah.
all really. They start surrender everything. Yeah.
Today's people, when they say something very simple, they go out, they do many.
Yeah, and
Crazy
we need to
thing.
give a chance, and we need to give it a chance for them to conquer us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Pastor,
I have to fight.
yeah. Okay. Okay. You did that crazy thing, coming and saying "I love you" the first time you spoke to her about it, about the love life. But for you to come into this conclusion, of course, now we know that you didn't love her. You just had a strong feeling because we know that love comes with time when you are living together. But what gave you this assurance? Have you done it just by emotion or because you saw things, that could awake this assurance in you?
No, I saw her character. I saw her, like I was observing her, like for a time. I think from 1 year, something like that. And
So it's not,
Very important.
there is no
Yeah.
such a thing as, love at first sight.
No, no,
You
no, no,
saw
no.
her, say, "Oh, I love you."
No,
No,
no.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
I was already my previous relationship finished for a moment. I can't remember how long. And when I started looking to her and her behavior, and I said, no, this is the person that I
So
wanna
for that
spend
year,
the
you
life
were
together.
observing her.
Yeah, I was.
So that's important difference. Okay, and you
very
see,
important.
because it sound for if you're not understanding, properly the story, sounds like he saw her the first time and he said, "Love at first sight, I love you." No. For 1 year,
Pay
he was
attention.
observing her. He was checking her character.
Yeah, in everything, like people, assistants, pastors, her pastors. I came to many of them. How is Bruna? How is she? How is her behaving in the church? Because her parents didn't come to the church.
So the impression that you had about her
Yeah.
was very good. So, but because you had these feelings already, awakening you, moved by the intelligent love, you start talking to the previous pastors,
Yeah.
to people around her, assistants, to try to see if,
Let me say
it was
something.
right. Go ahead, Bruno.
I think he came like this for the first time because his best friend told him that he wanna talk to me also.
No.
Oh,
No, it wasn't like that.
Houston,
No,
we have a problem.
there was he said, he came to my church
I think he got desperate.
and he saw, hey, William, how about this assistant here? Man, never mind. She's a problematic person.
Now you understand.
Problematic. Never mind. But
And then
of
you
course,
no, let me
Let me do
let
something.
me ask
of course, from the time that it happened, it took a time to talk to her. But I said like this. Now she's a problematic assistant.
You,
I couldn't say no. She's good. Imagine, I would give. Tied up.
so that's why it's good for us to go back a little bit, and talk again about, by this time that they were
to understand better.
know each other, for you to understand that William didn't go there straight away and moved by, that passion, at first sight, said, I love you. No, it was something
By
that he was,
appearance.
exactly, he was observing her, he was talking to people who already knew Bruna, for him to go and have this reaction. Okay, after 2 years in this long distancing relationship, dating already, in these 2 years, you got married, right?
We married.
No, actually, we dating 2 years, a year of
Yeah,
each other, and more 2 years.
2 years.
Long distance.
Long
distance.
distance. And then we married.
Total of 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
And how was this? How was okay, after wedding? You brought Bruna from
To São Paulo, from Rondônia to São Paulo.
Yeah, from the
North
north.
to south.
So we can imagine, it's a, because those who don't know, when we're talking about Brazil, we can see São Paulo is like London, and Rondônia, of course,
Very far.
It's far, and the culture is different. Everything is different, right? Even the weather is very different.
Very.
Yeah.
And you took Bruna from the north of Brazil, brought her to the south, and now both of you were there alone. Bruna far away from the family, now with you. How was that for you? How was this shock of the wedding day? And because as we always, say here, the real life starts day 2. The wedding day is amazing, is marvelous. You have the moment, pictures, the glamour of the moment. You are the center of all the attention, but day 2 is the reality. You are there, you both together. We can say day 2. Day 2 is actually after honeymoon. So when real life starts, what was the main problems or issues start facing?
Well, I think we were like a month married, and when I was driving, my wife before she had a situation, because whenever she saw, for example, something like a dangerous thing, whenever, for example, she couldn't say, oh, there is something happening there. She would react in this way. My goodness, I'm gonna die. So whenever it happened, oh my goodness, I would say, don't do that. And there was a situation where I was driving in peace, and she started speaking. And there was a time I was so upset that the traffic was so heavy in São Paulo. I stopped the car, many people behind. How can I say this? Buzinando? Horny. And I didn't break the computer. I think I didn't have courage to do that.
The computer would break it.
But my goodness, I was so upset. I shout in the car and said, "Shut up! My goodness, give me peace. Let me drive here in peace." I think it was one of the
hardest moments.
One of the hardest moments
in the beginning.
In the beginning. We didn't have like so many situations like that, but it was something that, and she cried.
Bruna, how was that for you? Because the same guy that a couple of years ago that came to say I love you now was telling you to stay quiet.
I remember she was like that. She looked at me And she was like, because
Yeah.
I think that how I reacted was so strong,
Yeah.
so strong. Like, I don't know. According to her eyes, I thought she saw a monster in front of her.
Maybe the same monster you send.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was looking to me like that.
Yeah, one of the problems that we had in our
Mhm.
um,
In a relationship.
Relationship.
No, marriage.
was always his reaction.
Mhm.
I was always afraid to talk to him because of his
yeah.
reaction. Because I
Mm.
didn't
She
know
feared to talk to
how
me.
Mhm.
he would react about the situation, or if I talk something, if
Yeah.
I make some mistakes. I didn't know how.
By the way, which is a problem of communication,
Yeah,
right?
it's true. This happens so much
Yeah.
with couples.
Yes, I forgot this. She feared me.
Mhm.
There was a
Yeah.
time I said, "Do you fear me?" She said, "Yes, I do."
Mhm.
I can
that.
imagine.
No,
it,
yes, I
yeah.
don't remember. Do you remember this? She said, "Yes, I do." I said, "Come on."
Look at that.
Mhm.
And I remember it
Because
sta-
he's so, I don't know, explosive.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
his reaction,
Mhm.
isn't it?
But when she said this to me, I said, "My goodness!" And I remember, as soon as Bishop Renato he came back to Brazil, returned to Brazil, he made the marriage course with the pastors
Mhm.
I
about
remember
this
them.
book.
Yeah.
My goodness, it was, I can say, the watershed in our relationship. Of
Mhm.
course, it didn't change everything, but it was
At the beginning.
yes, the beginning of many changes, isn't it?
Mhm.
Like especially when she said about that, said, "No, I have to control that.
Mhm.
I cannot react in this way. She cannot fear me. She needs to trust me. Not
It's
she needs.
true.
She can't fear me." And it was the beginning, beginning of the.
Yeah,
the-
because
the
if you
changing.
don't trust in your partner, you start even hide things.
Mhm.
You are
Yeah,
afraid
yeah.
to say,
Yeah.
to communicate. You
How
Yeah.
can I share
you felt
something with
something,
him?
but no, I don't tell you because I don't know his
Mhm.
reaction
His
or her
reaction.
reaction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's true.
this is happening
It's true.
with many couples.
Yeah, can you see? We can see here, a very common problem. Sometimes, the reason why many couples they have this poor communication because of each other's reaction.
Yeah.
Because on the other way around, also husbands they don't feel how can I say confident to speak certain things to his wife because he knows that eventually she will have a reaction as well.
Maybe she will start crying.
Judging.
Yeah, judging.
Judging. And you can see, for example, if in that moment, let's go back to the garden. What's the name of the garden? Forgot the name of the garden. The paradise. Eden. Sorry. Yes. Let's go back to the Eden now. Imagine if that moment, Eve, in the moment that she was being tempted by the serpent, instead of trying to deal with that by herself, imagine if she had gone to Adam and say, Adam, look, I'm hearing some voice. I'm feeling tempted to go and eat the forbidden fruit. I'm struggling with that. Surely Adam would say, Eve, no, you shouldn't do that. Don't you
God
remember
don't
what God
allow.
said? But for some reason, Eve preferred to not talk to Adam. But imagine if she had done it. Imagine if she had spoken to Adam. That problem could be avoided. So can you see, communication is vital in a relationship.
Yeah.
So she for some reason, Eve preferred to hide that information to Adam. She tried to deal with that by herself, and the result is what we are living nowadays. But bringing back to our lives, not only yours, but we believe we had some problems like that as well. Couples that they prefer to hide certain things because they don't feel secure. They don't know how the other side would react.
Or to talk with their friends, their family.
They talk to
But-
the wrong
yeah,
people,
to the wrong people, but never with their partner.
exposing the problem of their relationship.
Yeah.
So, how did you change that, Pastor William?
Yeah, we like love. Or how can I say love walk? Isn't it?
Yeah, love walk.
In the love walk, from time to time, the love fair promote this among the couples, and we start talking and sharing our feelings, situation, and then this is the moment that I said, now I have to change.
Mm-hmm.
I have to change. But there was, I think, one thing that took years to solve, took many years to solve. I can't remember the reason why we didn't talk, but there was a situation that from times to times, all the time, not like every month, like from time to time, like once a year, because she was the kind of person that she buys something, she used to buy something, and never tell me.
Mm-hmm.
When I come home, I saw the thing there. I said, what is this? Oh, no, this is a new thing that I said, okay. Thank you very much for letting me know before.
Yeah.
And it was like a problem, or sometimes was missing something, and I said,
lacking of money,
lack
because
of
I
money.
didn't know
how to manage the money.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to buy this.
I
I don't have money.
Why
Why
not?
not? If all my money is with you, it's few, but it's with you. But finished. But and we all the time, like not all the time, from time to time we have this kind of situation.
But we never see it to.
Yeah, never.
never.
This situation was a
Yeah.
situation that we didn't sit down to say, let's
talk
solve
about it.
Yeah,
to talk about that. We didn't.
We always cover the problem. Oh,
yeah.
it's okay. Do not do it anymore.
Like
it's okay. I don't know.
we have a problem there. We have a situation there. Why did you do that? I did because I needed. I have to buy this. I have to buy that. Okay, whatever. But we didn't. We never went to the root to uproot it and solve the situation until the moment 3 years ago. We said, now we have to solve it. She said to me what was happening. I told her the situation as well, and we both we came to an agreement on from now on about money, because it was a problem that stayed in our relationship for 8 years. And I said, no, enough is enough. Now it's the moment to put an end in this.
Yeah.
We have to finish the situation. I don't want, because you know, it's hard, it's not good when, for example, a couple who love each other, because I love her, everything's okay, and suddenly a problem comes and we're there
Yeah.
with that face.
It's like that bump, you know. There's
Oh
always
my
there, you know,
goodness.
to cause problems. But you know what you were saying about this procrastination. This is something that we can see many couples that they are all also
it's
doing
true.
exactly the same thing. They're procrastinating. You know why? Because they are counting on time. They're thinking, no, with time we're gonna fix it. Oh, you know, no, I'm sorry. No, yes, I will try to stop doing that. No, I'm that's the last time I'll do it. But they don't sit down. This moment, this honest talk is necessary. But it's not a moment for you to talk, you know, judging each other or rubbing, you know, the past on each other's face. It's a moment for you to expose the truth. And of course, sometimes truth will not be, you know, all pleasant. You know, it can hurt somehow. That's why you have to be careful on how you deliver the truth. But it's necessary for you to speak about that thing, right?
This is the day.
That's the day.
We don't look like sad because we have
Show here, please, Shad.
we had like a free conversation. We were like,
Look at that. That's
in the
the love talk.
Yeah.
The love walk, by the
the
way.
love walk.
walk.
And you
Bacolo
see the
City.
importance of the love walk.
You
Yeah,
see
it
how we
is.
solve the
It is.
situation.
Yeah.
We are not there to judge each other. We sit down
to solve our
to
issues.
solve the problem. It was amazing.
Not
That-
only that issue, but we, you know, along
My
our
goodness.
journey, we had a
Oh,
lot of
we
things that we
spoke
need
about-
to fix, we need to solve. It was
how to
Some
become
adjustments.
better.
Yeah.
How to become better in everything, in our spiritual
Yeah.
life, in our relationship,
that's
as a
why the
husband.
importance
Oh, it was amazing.
of this event.
When I left, when we finished, I was laughing, smiling, because it was really amazing.
It was a weight that was
Yeah.
taken from your
Yeah.
shoulders, right?
You are free now.
Yeah.
You feel free.
So, Pastor Willian Bruna, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank
It was a
you.
pleasure.
And yes, you have more time to talk as you are still involved in the law therapy.
Yeah.
So,
It's true.
we never know. So that's it, dear friends. So that's a wrap. May God bless you all. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.